Hmm. Let me guess. You thought they were your friends, huh? Thought they had your back. Oh man. You really bought into that whole loyalty shtick, didn't you? Yeah, I get it. You thought they were your ride or die. But here you are, down on your knees, broken. That's the thing with people. They like you till you're not useful anymore. But listen to me. And I mean, really, listen. You walking out of that mess, you stepping over all the betrayal and fake love, that ain't weakness. No, no, no. That's power. Real power. You see, these people, these backstabbers, liars, two-faced little rats, they want you to be small, tiny, helpless. It makes them feel good about themselves, like kings in their pathetic little castles. But you're still breathing. You're still standing. And that terrifies them. You know why? Because you didn't stay down. You could have just laid there, right? Given up. Played the victim card. But no, no, no. You walked away, didn't you? You walked away from the fake smiles, the lies, the so-called friends who couldn't stand the sight of you doing better than them. And that drives them crazy, man. They wanted to break you, to crush you under the weight of their expectations and their insecurities. But instead, you walked. You left them behind. You said, screw this. I'm out. And now they're stuck. Stuck in their own misery, while you're out here, free. But let's get real for a second. This ain't some fairy tale crap where everything's all sunshine and rainbows after the storm. Oh no, this is real life, and real life is ugly, brutal. It's a war zone out here, man. And in war, you don't win by being nice. You win by surviving. You ever wonder why people do what they do? Why they betray you? Why they stab you in the back the second you turn around? It's simple. They're scared, terrified. Of what? You. Yeah, you. Every time you take a step forward, every time you succeed where they fail, it's like you're holding a mirror up to their faces, showing them how weak they really are. They can't handle that, so they try to pull you down, make you feel small, make you doubt yourself. But here's the kicker. They didn't. They couldn't. You walked away. You survived. And now you're stronger, wiser. They're still trapped in their pathetic little games, but you're free. You ain't soft, kid. You ain't weak. You're a survivor. And you know what survivors do? They keep moving. They keep fighting. They don't let the world beat them down. They take the hits. They get knocked to the ground, and they get right back up. And you're gonna get up. You're gonna walk away from this mess, head held high, knowing you didn't let them destroy you. They wanted you down, man. They wanted to watch you fall apart, to laugh as you crumbled under the weight of their bullshit. But you walked away victorious. And That's your revenge. Because the best revenge ain't about getting even. It's about winning. It's about surviving when they swore you couldn't. It's about walking away with your head held high while they stay down there in the dirt, lost in their own misery. So go ahead, cry your tears, feel the pain, let it burn, and then wipe your face, stand up, and walk away. Walk away from the lies, the betrayal, the fake love. Because you don't need any of it. You're stronger than that. You're better than that. And you win. You know what really gets to me? People. People like to act tough, pretend like they've got it all figured out. But deep down, deep down, they're scared little children, scared of failing, scared of being alone, scared of not being enough. But here's the punchline. Most people don't even try. They just sit there, waiting for someone else to tell them they matter. They play it safe. They settle. They follow the rules that were written to keep them in line. You want to know the difference between you and them? You didn't settle. That's why they hate you. They can see it in your eyes. You've got something they don't. The guts to walk away. The guts to stand up and say, I don't need this. I don't need you. You've got the guts to risk it all, even when you're scared, even when it hurts. And that makes you dangerous. You ever hear that saying? Hurt people, hurt people. It's true, you know. People in pain, they lash out. They claw at anything that makes them feel weak, makes them feel small. But what they don't tell you is this. The ones who survive that pain, they become unstoppable. Take you, for instance. You didn't just survive the hits, they made you. Every time someone tore you down, every time you thought about quitting, that was another layer of armor you were putting on. You didn't even know it at the time, did you? But now, you're standing there, all that armor on, and they can't touch you no more. Sure, you might not feel like some kind of hero. Hell, maybe you even feel broken. But that's the thing. Broken people? They rebuild themselves into something new, something stronger. You see this? It's sharp. It's dangerous. But it wasn't always like this. It had to be forged, had to go through the fire, had to be beaten, shaped, and tempered. Just like you. All those people, the ones who tried to break you, they were the hammer, the fire. But now you're the blade. Sharp, cold, focused. And they're nothing but dust and ash in your rearview mirror. You want to know why I do what I do? Why I push people, test them, break them down? Because I want to see what they're made of. I want to know if they can rise from the ashes, or if they're just gonna stay in the dirt, whining about how the world's not fair. And you're not like the rest of them. You've already been through the fire, already seen the worst of what people can do. But you're still here. And that's the difference. See, they wanted you to believe you're nothing, that you don't matter. They wanted you down, crawling, begging for scraps. But you didn't beg, did you? You didn't crawl. You stood up. You walked away. And that scares the hell out of them. Because now they know. They know you don't need them. And that's the worst thing you can ever do to a person like that. Show them that they're irrelevant. And trust me, kid, they'll never admit it. But deep down, they're watching. Oh yeah, they're watching. And they're hating every second of it. They're sitting there in their little worlds, watching you move on, watching you get stronger, watching you win. And it's killing them. But you know what? You don't owe them a damn thing. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your success. You don't owe anyone an apology for walking away from their toxic, miserable little lives. You don't owe anyone a damn thing, not after what you've been through. You've earned your freedom. You've earned the right to walk your own path, even if it means walking alone. And believe me, kid, walking alone, it's better than walking with a bunch of people who'd rather see you fail than lift you up. So yeah, you might feel lonely sometimes. You might wonder if it's worth it, if the pain was worth the price. But let me tell you something. They're the ones who lost, not you. They're the ones stuck in the same place, repeating the same mistakes. While you've moved on. You've evolved. And that's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you victorious. And here's the real kicker. You're just getting started. All that pain, all that betrayal, all that suffering, that was just the warm-up. Now it's time for you to take what's yours. You've got the scars, you've got the battle wounds, but now you've got something even more important. You've got the power to walk away, the power to leave them all behind and never look back. But don't forget, kid, don't forget what they did to you. Don't forget how they tried to break you. Let that memory burn in the back of your mind. Not to hold you back, no, but to push you forward, to remind you of what you've overcome, to remind you that you're not like them. You're better, you're stronger, you're free. So go ahead, walk away from this alley. Walk away from your past. Walk away from everyone who doubted you, everyone who hurt you, everyone who tried to make you feel small. Walk away victorious, and don't look back, because they're not worth it. They wanted you down, but here you are, still standing, still breathing, still winning. And that, my friend, that is what they'll never, ever understand. You still think you're the same person, don't you? Oh man. You're holding on to some idea that maybe, just maybe, if you go back, they'll see what you've become. Maybe they'll apologize. Maybe they'll say they were wrong, and you'll get that closure everyone's so obsessed with. But listen to me, kid. That ain't gonna happen. They don't want to see your growth. They don't want to see your strength. They want to pretend you never changed. That's their comfort zone. But you know better. Oh, I can see it in your eyes. You've got this spark, this thing inside you now. You can't go back to who you were, even if you tried. And that's why you're in pain, ain't it? It's not just about what they did. It's about realizing that you're not who you thought you were anymore. You're different. And that scares you just as much as it scares them. That's what they never tell you about growth. It hurts. It's messy. It's violent. You've been torn apart, and now you're piecing yourself back together, but not in the way you expected. You're not becoming a better version of your old self. No. That version of you is gone, dead. And what's left? Something raw, something real, something dangerous. But you still got one foot in the past, don't you? You still think there's some way to fix it, to patch up all the wounds, to make sense of all the betrayal. Let me tell you something, pal. There ain't no going back. There ain't no fixing what's already broken. You think those people who hurt you want to make things right? They don't even remember what they did to you. They've moved on. And you're stuck here, playing their games in your head. That's what they want. They want you trapped in the past, replaying every little insult, every little slight, while they go on with their miserable little lives. But here's where you get the last laugh. You stop caring. Yeah, I said it. You stop caring about what they think, about what they did, about who they are. Because none of it matters anymore. None of it has power over you. Not unless you let it. You know, most people, they live their whole lives being afraid. Afraid of failure. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of what people might think. But not you. Not anymore. You've already lost everything you thought mattered. You've already been rejected. You've already failed in their eyes. So, what's left to fear? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that makes you free. Oh, they don't want you to be free. No. Freedom scares the hell out of people like that. Because when you're free, when you stop caring what they think, when you stop playing by their rules, you become something else, something they can't control. And that, my friend, that is the ultimate revenge. You walking away, head held high, living your life without needing their approval. That's what kills them. That's what burns them up inside. Because they can't stand the idea that you don't need them anymore. They can't stand the idea that their little manipulations, their little games, their little betrayals didn't break you. In fact, you standing here right now listening to me proves that they made you stronger. You ever wonder why they did it? Why they tried to bring you down? It's 'cause they saw something in you, something they couldn't handle. Oh yeah, they saw it from the start. Maybe they didn't even know what it was themselves, but they felt it. That fire, that drive, that thing inside you that told them, deep down, that you were gonna be something, that you were gonna go places they could never reach, and that scared the hell out of them. People like that, they can't stand the thought of someone else rising up while they stay stuck in their little bubbles. So what do? They tear you down. They throw dirt on your name. They smile in your face while they stab you in the back, hoping, praying that you'll crumble under the weight of it all. But you didn't, did you? No. You kept going. You kept fighting. And that, more than anything, is what they hate. That resilience, that stubbornness, that refusal to quit, even when the odds were stacked against you. It drives them mad, because deep down, they know they could never do what you did. They could never survive what you survived, so they hate you for it. They hate you because you're proof that they're weak. You're proof that they're small. You're proof that all their little schemes, all their little games, all their pathetic attempts to bring you down, they failed. And now they have to live with the fact that they couldn't break you. They have to live with the fact that you're still standing, still breathing, still walking away, victorious. So go ahead. Walk away from all of it. Walk away from their lies, their betrayal, their fake love. Walk away from the pain they tried to bury you under. Because every step you take, it's another reminder to them that they failed. Every time you move forward, it's another knife in their hearts, another reminder that they couldn't keep you down. And that, my friend, that is the sweetest kind of revenge. The kind where you don't even have to lift a finger. The kind where all you gotta do is live your life, be who you are, and let them rot in their own misery. Because you're better than them. You're stronger than them. You're free. But don't get it twisted. Freedom, it's not easy. It's not some magical solution where everything suddenly gets better. No. Freedom is hard. It's lonely. It's scary. Because once you're free, you can't go back to the way things were. You can't fit into the old boxes people tried to put you in. You can't play by their rules anymore. And that means you're on your own. But that's the beauty of it. Being on your own means you answer to no one. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. You don't need anyone's approval to live your life. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're worth something. You already know it. You've already proven it to yourself. And that's all that matters. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. But pain is temporary. Strength is forever. And every time you feel that pain, every time you doubt yourself, just remember this: you've already been through worse You've already survived the worst they could throw at you. And now, you're still here. Still standing. Still winning. And that's what makes you dangerous. So go ahead. Be dangerous. Be free. Be the person they never thought you could be. Because they wanted you down. But here you are, still standing tall, still walking away, victorious. And that is the ultimate punchline. And in the end, that's all that really matters, isn't it? Not the pain, not the betrayal, not the whispers of doubt they tried to plant in your mind. What matters is that you walked away, stronger, unshaken, triumphant. They wanted to see you break, wanted to see you crawl, but instead, you rose. You didn't just survive, you thrived. And now you walk the path alone, yes, but with the weight of victory on your shoulders. You didn't just beat them, you left them behind. And that, my friend, is a power they will never understand. So walk tall, walk proud, because you walked away triumphant.